Danny Flexon here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by unbeaten heavyweight Johnny Fisher and his dad, Big John Fisher. I don't mean to shame you in any way, but that's just what you've become known as. We're here at Limehouse Boxing Academy for the first ever matchroom boxing in the community event, inspiring the next generation. Means a lot to me as it's right next door to where I went to school. Big John, I know you grew up in Stepney like I did as well, so you know the area well.
My first few years were in Stepney, just round the corner, Chris Street Market there. I've still got an aunt that lives overlooking Chris Street Market. So the area's proper old East End, proper like family traditional value for me, so it's good to be back.
And John, what about you, coming from the background you did? You started boxing when you were at university as well. You must be feel good about inspiring the next gen.
Oh, definitely. It's always been a big push for me to do that. I go to the local schools where I live. I think a few weeks ago we went to a school and done a little talk at their prize giving. And listen, I've not achieved the likes of what Anthony Joshua have, but I've come from a similar position where them other kids have gone through the school system, and I've got a little story to tell. And if that inspires one or two other kids to give it a good go at their sport, then I've done something good.
You've not achieved what Anthony Joshua has yet. Let's not put a ceiling on you just yet. Got Anthony Joshua, you mentioned him there. He obviously fell out, his opponent fell out at short notice. I know I saw on another channel you'd said you would have stepped in with him. Was that ever even brought up or discussed?
It was discussed within my circle, to my dad, to my managers, but I just thought I don't want to come across as being brash or arrogant, because I know I've got a lot of respect for Anthony Joshua, and I'm just there. It would have to come from them if they needed me to step in and do something, but they've got a good replacement in Robert Helenius on short notice, someone who's fought at world level, and on a week's notice, someone who's fought recently as well. So they've done a great job. But yep, I would have happily stepped in.
And John, were you on board with that? And also just your thoughts on the Dillian Whyte situation, how that affected you guys?
Well, first of all, with Johnny stepping in, it would have been Anthony Joshua probably wouldn't have wanted that, because it's a banana skin. It's nothing for him to prove. But Johnny was, you know, he would have 100% done it. But you don't want to come across and say, oh, I'll do it. Because people say you haven't got the right to fight Anthony Joshua.
They think you're just doing it for the likes and the clicks. I'm not doing it for that.
And let's be truthful, he hasn't got the right to fight Anthony Joshua yet. Hopefully in a year or two he will have the right to fight him, but you just wanted the show to go ahead, you know. All the boxers, a lot of fans, spent a lot of money on hotels, travel. You just want the show to go ahead, so you just put forward whatever you can to make the show go ahead, and it's just a shame as what's happened. But I said to Johnny, you know, it's like a business what you're in. These things happen. You train, it might happen, it might not happen. It's just part of life. You have to get on with whatever's thrown at you. You have to take in your stride and move on. Yeah, it wouldn't have been great, but worse things in life happen. But thankfully, credit to Eddie Earn, credit to Matchroom, and most importantly of all, credit to Anthony Joshua, that the show is carrying on.
And Johnny, let me ask you, trainer Mark Tibbs, obviously someone who's worked with Dillian Whyte before as well, what was his thinking about the possibility of you stepping up to the plate with Joshua?
Mark's as game as a Bible, as he always says, so yeah, we would have taken it on. If I go into war with any man, it would be Mark Tibbs, so yeah, he's up for it.
But the man you will actually be facing on Saturday is, of course, still Harry Armstrong for that vacant Southern Area title. I don't know if you saw the interview I did on Zoom with Harry. He's just got back from Granada in Spain, with training alongside Daniel Dubois, someone you've trained with in the past as well. He seems very confident. He says, you know, you're a big puncher, you've done everything right so far, but you haven't fought anyone who's come to win. He'll be that first one. What would you make of that?
Yeah, I fought a lot more than him. I have fought people who come to win. I remember Weisinger tried to take my head off. I fought a Spanish champion. But yeah, he's probably right, but I've stepped my game up in a sense, because I know he's very confident. But confidence only gets you so far. It's when you get in the ring, all of this noise on the outside doesn't matter. I don't like talking too much, because at the end of the day, it's going to be me versus him. My following, his following, it doesn't matter. I've just got to beat him on Saturday night.
Can I just add to that as well? Harry Armstrong, top respect for him. He's a good bloke, good family, but it will suit Johnny when someone does come to win. He hasn't got to go looking, and I think it will play into Johnny's hands magnificently. So fingers crossed, that's how it plays out.
Are you happy when you see someone saying all this stuff in the build-up? Because you've fought people before who they've talked a good game and then they folded early. He actually seems like he might give you some rounds at least.
I don't care what other people say. I never have, I never will. You can say what you want. Speaking and talking in this game, we've seen it means nothing. All that matters is what you do on the night. So he could be really confident or he could be really shy. I'd expect a hard fight no matter what.
And then if you beat Armstrong on Saturday, where does that put you then? Is it straight onto English or British, or do you want to defend the title a couple of times? What's the plan?
It's up to me what I want to do, whether that's a youth title or something like that. It could be anything else, but all I'll care about after that is getting on holiday, getting on a boat somewhere, chilling out. That's all I'm bothered about, eating a bit of bad food.
How excited are you both about getting to a stage in your career now where you're going to be fighting people similar to the quality you spar with on a regular basis?
Yeah, it is exciting. It's always exciting for me, though. It doesn't. For me, my mentality has been the same since I started. I started this sport as a bit of an unknown, not knowing what I can do. So the pressure's been there from the beginning. Not only when I was fighting in lockdown in front of no one, because no one really knew what I could do, then that pressure was up again when I started selling 2,000–3,000 tickets. So the pressure's been there from the beginning. It's nothing new to me. So when I am stepping through these levels, I've been there before.
Yeah, I just think it's just another fight. As Johnny said, pressure's in every fight. If you lose, you know the backlash you're going to face, you know the ridicule you're going to face. People don't realise boxing is a tough sport. Anything can happen on any given time. So Johnny's had pressure with every fight. This is no different. And I've told him, go out and enjoy it. He's worked so bloody hard, so hard. I've never seen him in as good a shape as what he's in. Go and enjoy it. And hopefully Harry Armstrong does take him a few rounds. People can see what he can do, because no one's seen that yet, really. No one's seen it at all. So hopefully on Saturday night we'll get the win and Johnny puts in a good performance.
And John, you've played an integral role and continue to in Johnny's career, but you've become a celebrity now in your own right. I know it wasn't intentional, but it's happened. How have you both been dealing with this change of events?
It's just, for me, it's just more of a laugh at the start, and it's just gathered pace. And listen, I'm not a celebrity, I'm not famous, I've just got a few people that follow Johnny, follow me, and long may it continue. You know, we just want to have a good time, spend time as a family, work hard, play hard, and just enjoy the ride as we both go together. So he's the important one, not me. He's the one that's going to go like that. So I'm here to do whatever he needs me to do.
In terms of attention, though, media obligations, all that sort of stuff, does it take a little bit of the pressure off you?
It does in a way, especially when it comes to things like tickets as well. You sort it all out. It's about what he does for me as part of the team as well. So yeah, I don't feel the pressure. I'm here, I'm doing what I love. I would have done this for free as an amateur like these kids are doing here now. I do it because I love it. So I'm not bothered if I earn money in that. It's great that you do, but I'm here because I enjoy it. And as long as I keep enjoying it, I'll keep turning up.
And like at events like this, it keeps your feet on the ground. Because Johnny was like this a few years ago. I can remember it vividly. All my other sons, my daughter, we're still doing this sort of thing. So when you come to events like this, it's a reality check all the time, because you just got to try hard, work hard, and hopefully you get to somewhere where you want to go, with a bit of luck as well. You need a bit of luck in this life. But when you're a young kid like what we've got here, you need the people that are supporting them, like what you've got here, the coaches, the trainers, whatever you want to call them. You need them people to help you, and Johnny's like that. He wants to give a bit back as well. So
there is a path, and if you keep trying hard, and you get a bit of luck, and the harder you work, and things can happen. So it's just a little reminder that the other fighters here as well, they can all remind, and there's a little stepping stone for them to see there is a pathway there.
Right.
And if it all else fails, just get a plate of Chinese, eat as much as you can, and hopefully you can get a few followers on TikTok. I never film myself, remember that. Get someone else to film it. Yeah, so there you go.
Great stuff. Can we end with a tag team or a double bosh?
Bosh!
Good stuff. Cheers, lads.
Thank you very much. Thank you.